Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. I don't know how many of you still remembers Emmanuel Nwude, who pulled one of the biggest fraud in history when he sold a non-existing airport, a non-existing Abuja airport. He sold it for $242 million to a Brazilian bank, Banco Noreste Bank. It resulted in the collapse of the bank. I'm sure many of you have heard about this, that a Nigerian sold a non-existing bank, a non-existing airport to a bank in Brazil at the rate of $242 million. It was one of the biggest 419 scams ever pulled by anyone in recent history. Now, Abia State, it appeared that some people have pulled something similar in Abia State, because Abia State has a bank. Abia State has an airport. Abia State, you may not know, has an airport in which Abia State government has spent 10 billion naira, but the airport is nowhere to be found. But 10 billion had been spent on it, but nobody knows where the airport is located. But 10 billion had been spent on it. It shows that what would they pulled off with the Brazilians, some people have pulled out again in Abia State, pocketing 10 billion earmarked for an airport that does not exist. That is what we're going to talk about right now. And this thing came to the fore when the present governor of Abia State, the hard-working governor of Abia State, now currently, Dr. Alex Otti, he revealed how he was able to uncover 37.2 billion that was spent, paid to 72 contractors, but the projects are non-existent anywhere. Nobody can see the projects. But 37.2 billion were pocketed by contractors, but you can't find the project, including the airports I was talking about in the intro. A forensic audit conducted by an audit firm has revealed how the immediate past government of Abia State approved funds to contractors for the construction of non-existing state-owned airports and other infrastructure. The Abia State Governor, Dr. Alex Otti, made the revelation during a presentation at Johns Hopkins University School of Advanced International Studies, Washington, D.C., United States. He spoke on the theme dynamics of state governance, economic transition, and challenges of seeking to establish a new order amidst multiple constraints and pushbacks. Otti explained how he engaged one of the top audit firms to examine the state accounts, adding that the auditor uncovered several deals that are shrouded in corruption. He said, talking about corruption, I set up a forensic audit as soon as I took over last year in Abia State, so that there won't be any argument. I called in one of the top 3 audit firms in the world, and not too long ago, they sent in their report, and some of the things in the report are frightening. So 9.6 billion was paid to 7 contractors for contracts that were not executed at all up to today. Another 15.9 billion, almost 16 billion, was paid to 63 contractors with no supporting documents. No supporting documents anywhere in the state. Another 12 billion was paid to 2 contractors for contracts that did not exist. Out of this figure, 10 billion was on September 25, 2020. That is almost 4 years ago, paid to some contractors for the construction of Abia State Airport. We have spent time trying to locate the airports, and up till now, we have failed. Are you hearing me clearly? Abia State Governor said that they have spent time searching the whole of Abia State to see the location of the airport, in which some people pocketed 10 billion naira. They have not been able to find the airport. Continuing, he says, so as we continue to look for our airport, we have also involved security agencies to help us search. End of quote. The Abia State government is searching for an airport in which the state's money, 10 billion, had already been paid to the contractors. Yet, the airport is nowhere to be found. In fact, Alex Otti made a joke in that presentation. He said that one of his aides suggested that they should use artificial intelligence to search for the airport. Can you beat that? And you now know why Abia State really suffered under the hands of the People's Democratic Party. And that is why it's laughable when you see people talk about that the PDP will stage a comeback in Abia State. How can they? Look at their record. Look at their record. They pocketed some contractors pocketed 10 billion supposedly for the construction of an airport. But the airport is nowhere to be found. It means that they built an invisible airport. An airport that no one can see. That was how PDP, and this allegation was against the immediate past administration. So we are talking about the administration of Dr Okezie Ikpeazu. You can see that Alex Otti was clear. Said they paid money to this people. The money they paid them September 25, 2020. Who was the governor then? Which administration was in place? And if you probe further, you will now discover so many things that happened to Abia State under all the other PDP administration in that state. How can the people elected you? It obviously means that you do not believe that you were elected by the people to serve the people. A state government spent 37.2 billion to execute project that does not exist. And these same people, these same PDP people, still have the temerity to criticize Alex Otti, who is doing something tangible, something that is beneficial to the people of the state, something that people are celebrating. This Alex Otti is paying the salaries that were not paid by the PDP administration. He has cleared the pensions that PDP failed to pay. Several people died, hundreds of people, thousands of people died without receiving their pensions and gratuity. But the PDP government was busy paying pensions to governors, PDP governors, former governors, and their deputies. This is a classic case of 419. That's what they did in Abia State. Because what they pulled off in Abia State was exactly what Emmanuel Nwude pulled off when he sold a non-existing airport to a Brazilian bank, a non-existing Abuja airport to a Brazilian bank. That is what you have. Can you imagine that? Contractors collecting 10 billion to build an airport that nobody can know where it is located. It is no different from what Emmanuel Nwude pulled off in the 1990s, which the world is still talking about, marveled how Nwude was able to pull it off. But because Nigeria has been seen as a corruption heaven, people will not be surprised that a government in Nigeria allegedly paid a contractor or contractors 10 billion for an airport that does not exist. And now that government successor hired the best auditors in the world, and they uncovered that 10 billion was paid for an airport that does not exist. And not just an airport alone, other infrastructure. 37.2 billion was spent on non-existing projects. But you say that this country can move forward with this kind of information. I think what Alex Otti should do is to package that report, the auditor's report, the forensic audit report, and package it and hand it over to the EFCC. Because EFCC will help to find where that airport is located. That's my own observation in this matter. Since the state government could not find where the airport is located, and the other projects for which the past government spent 37.2 billion, not to worry, the EFCC should be able to find where that airport is located in Abia State. and who are the contractors that was paid that money, and then locate the other projects in the totality of the projects that were awarded to contractors in which the project does not exist. EFCC should be able to handle this matter. So that's all I can say about this for now. That Governor Alex Otti should package that auditor's report as a petition and hand it over to the EFCC. They will find a way to locate the airport and the other non-existing projects for which 37.2 billion was paid, because the people's money should not be allowed to be so wasted. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.